So well, this week's Rogue Wednesday is Selvala, except it's that other Selvala, which is a worse ramp creature, but it gives you a card draw engine, although it's a symmetrical card draw engine. But you also get to play white, so you get to play things like Armageddon, and also we're playing Winter Orb, and so like these are ways, and there's actually, instead of like rampant growth type effects, there's a lot more mana creatures. So the point is to hopefully get these Winter Orb Armageddon type effects off pretty early with a bunch of ramp creatures in play. And then the symmetrical effect of Selvala doesn't really matter if your opponent can't play any of their spells, and then or you just ramp harder than them by having a lot more mana and going off with big creatures. It's not quite as big of a deck as Selvala, and it would probably lose to Selvala a good percentage of the time. But if you can cut off Selvala's mana. They really rely on Selvala, so you might be able to slow them down or something like that. But it's an interesting deck, and and it's also got a Spike Feeder Archangel combo in there, and a few other interesting cards. You don't see Whisperwood Elemental very often. You don't see a Leshnorn very often. So I thought it was an interesting deck. I've played against it before, so I thought I'd look one up and see. You don't see it in tournaments very often, so it's definitely a rogue strategy. But I thought it'd be fun to try it out and see how it does. So let's find out. All right, so we got a game. We are on the play. We are playing against Glissa, and this is a mulligan. All right, that's pretty good. Do we want that? I don't think I really need it. I'm gonna go Savannah into Green Sun Zenith for 0. Actually, is Dryad Arbor in the deck? Dryad Arbor is not in the deck. Glad I checked. Then I guess it's Quirion Ranger. Strange that Dryad Arbor isn't in the deck. I mean, Green Sun is obviously still very good, but alright, Nykthos. Just play this land and green for green and play the Bloom Tender. Swing for 1. I'm not sure if there's anything we get. What are we looking for? We're probably just looking to like prime time or something like that. Maybe maybe an acidic slime. Alright. Get rid of both of our lands. That sucks. Alright, and we drew a land. Generate 4 mana to get 3, and then I don't know what. We could get a Knight of the Reliquary, which is another ramp spell. We just put 2 lands in our library. That bounces one of our forests, though. It's probably okay. It's pretty hard to deal with. Make sure that's what we want. I think it is. Yeah, it seems pretty good. A 5/5 on turn 3, along with a 2/4. He still has 7 cards in hand. He could just Toxic Deluge us. That would actually be really bad. Didn't really think about that. I was thinking about being good to targeted removal. Alright, he's harrowing. Alright, we get to untap. And let's draw a card. He drew a Worm Coil, we drew Eladamri's Call. Let's cast it. How much mana do we have? We have... I think we can make 6, can't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can easily make 6. So is it Primetime we want? Or Titania? I think Primetime sets us up the best if he does decide to Wrath us. Because then we get a bunch of lands in play. I think Primetime is the right answer. Actually, we can do this, and then we can... We're foregoing damage if we... I think this is probably right. And then let's get, I guess, a Windswept Heath. Into a Plains, play the Plains, play Primetime. Let's get, I think, he's not playing blue, so let's just get Gavany Township and, where's the other one, Nykthos? Did we, oh, we already had to discard that. That sucks. So I guess Wasteland just in case. And then do we untap this and attack for 7? The heck of a turn. He hasn't showed us any targeted removal yet. He might have been more interested in getting Glissa in play. Alright, Oracle. So still no targeted removal. Well, that's pretty good. I guess we're not going to use this waste. Oh, no, we need a white, don't we? Let's see what we draw first. Alright, that's pretty good. He knows we have it, but that's fine. Let's play the Lotus Cobra with that mana. Let's let's move to attacks and swing with both of these things. And then, yeah, actually, alright. Let's get some lands. Command tower and I don't know, homeward path, just no. Let's get like a verdant catacombs, something to put more lands in our graveyard. Oh, that generates mana, doesn't it? Oh, that's awesome. Always yield. Green. Green. Let's play this. We probably could have attacked with Selvala. Oh no, we couldn't have attacked with Selvala. Just a ton of damage. Let's draw another card, generate 2 more mana. Play the... And we can play life for this pretty easily. I don't know what we're sacking. We could get something for 4. I think. What do we got on board here? We'd have to sack that. What's 3? We already got the Knight of the Reliquary. We could get E-Witness. Then we're sacking like the Bloom Tender or the Lotus Cobra, both of which are really good. I guess we can sack the Quirion Ranger fairly easily and get Fauna Shaman or Dustwatch Recruiter. Green. Let's pay life. Oops. Pay life. Sack this guy. Dustwatch Recruiter gives us the most options. Let's just say go, because we can do it on, we can tap a bunch of mana and use that on our end step. You can play a Wormcoil Engine, but I don't think that really does all that much. Alright. There's no artifacts in his library. Alright. Oh, he can discard. That just puts it back in his hand. Put target creature card from graveyard on the battlefield under your control. Alright. Oops, nope. Don't use the green mana. Just use that mana. Let's get a Woodland Bellower, obviously. Let's do it again. Let's get Scribe Ranger. And let's sack the plains here. Get Marsh Flats. white. Play Scribe Ranger. Alright, and we went off pretty hard there. That was very rewarding. Alright, we got another game. We are on the play again. Playing against Oloro. Alright, this hand looks very keepable. We'll just play the Pilgrim. Hopefully Selvala lives. Looks okay so far. Oops. Let's get the old Savannah. And play Selvala. If he taps out, we might want to just like Enlightened Tutor and get Winter Orb. Like, it's probably okay to Winter Orb this early. Oh, that's awesome, yeah. That's free? And then we get to play a Vinhornels as well. And we get to untap a Wild Growth Forest. And his mana is quite restricted. We can probably auto-eato that. If he's got a kill spell now, that's okay. Karlov. Clearly we untap that land. Let's... Alright, we got one. Can we reliably play Primetime off this? We untap that, we got those two, or possibly we have to... It's a little dangerous, isn't it? We could get a 4-mana, I think, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. What costs 4 mana? Oracle, Hero, Restoration Angel. Restoration Angel doesn't really do anything. Hero's pretty good. Oracle doesn't do anything right now. Do we just want... I mean, Primetime doesn't do that much because we can't untap all our lands. Or do we want... Because we could go for less. Get another Knight of the Reliquary. Doesn't do a lot here. Let's see. We're gonna cast it. We're not gonna do the Summer's Pact. Got 4 mana here. We could just do like an Elvish Archdruid. And then more mana. Or Bloom Tender and a Priest of Titania. And then we can do whatever we want next turn. I don't know. Duskwatch Recruiter's probably pretty good. Let's go for that. Got a little preoccupied with the, I think Priest of Titania is probably the best play right now because we want to be doing big mana things. I just wanted to do them this turn, but I think we have to wait a turn. Can we actually, like, kill him with Crater Hoof? I think we might be able to kill him with Crater Hoof. It's gonna be tough. Alright, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that doesn't kill him. What's our biggest mana play that really does something? A Leshnorn? Let's since we're not going to Crater Hoof, let's go ahead and draw. And then let's Summoner's Pact. Oh, can I not Leshnorn? I cannot Leshnorn because I don't have 2 white mana. Because I tapped wrong. I don't even remember what I cast. But, alright, let's go Woodland Bellower then. Into Fierce Empath? Maybe Fierce Empath. Oh, it was because I had mana tap from last turn for the Yellow Downer's Call. So I didn't tap wrong. Alright, what do we want to get here? We could just get the Knight now. Get E-Witness, getting back Summoner's Pact. It's probably a little ambitious since we need to spend 4 mana next turn. We could Reclamation Sage. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's play this and say go. We're not attacking. I should probably look at the revealed cards. Alright, he can exile a creature next turn. If we were to have gotten... It's an elf too, the Reclamation Sage. Alright. Now let's untap this land. Not going to use that ability. Not right now. yes. Archangel of Thune. Pretty good. It kind of forces him. Let's tap this, draw a card. Let's play Acidic Slime. Seems pretty good. Oh, it costs one less mana. I overtapped. That's unfortunate. I forgot. That way he can't Karlov next turn. He can't really block this. Yeah, we're not going to use that mana. I mean, he can block this. But getting rid of Karlov is less than what he'd like to be doing, I'm sure. I guess he could play a land. He's got this desert here. So he can exile something. Alright, he goes for Watery Grave. If you want to attack, I will gladly drop a block with the Acidic Slime. Let's draw. Alright, just lands. That's fine. Can I not get in? Let's play the Archangel. Kind of force him into a position where he kind of has to use that ability. Yes, please. Oh, we can actually force him to use it right now, can't we? I think you're dead now. Not only do we have infinite life, you can't meaningfully block any of these creatures. Alright, good game. Yeah, it was a bad position for him. He would have had to have made this a 2-2, which is still pretty bad for him, because then we get a swing. Or, you know, I mean, once the Spike Feeder's in play, it's an instant speed combo, so even if he activates it, we just make our creatures. So, it's correct to make this guy a 2-2 and kill the Archangel of Thune with the Spike Feeder on the stack. But it's not really it doesn't really move you forward, but it's the only way you can actually still win at that point, because I can make all of these 30-30s, and then if any one of them gets through, it doesn't even have to be 30-30. I got 4 creatures attacking, so maybe 15-15s, and then he's dead. So that was fun. Alright, we got another game. We're on the draw. Playing against Thalia. This hand looks great. Myria. Okay. No turn 1 drop. No Savannah Lion type creature. It's fairly good for us. Eleshnorn, if we can get to it, which we should be able to get to it. Should be quite good. Yeah, we want to filter some lands out of our library. Let's get the Savannah. Put up a nice blocker. Hope he doesn't have a Fiend Hunter type effect. Or just a Swords. Because that's the best way we're ramping up to a Eleshnorn. Alright, Mother of Runes. Also dies to a Eleshnorn. Mistfield Plains, huh? Alright, he's clearly not attacking. Weathered Wayfarer. We drew a forest, so we get 1 mana. Yeah. We can do it again. If we return a forest, let's do some math. That taps for 2. So we're trading 1 mana for 2. Maybe 2, not necessarily 2. It could just be 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just have 4 mana, I think. I think we don't want to stretch it this turn. It's nothing to Reclamation Sage. Maybe we want to Lightning Greaves, but then we can't untap it with... I think that's probably fine. I think we do want to protect it. We actually have 5 mana, don't we? Let's play this guy and say go. So we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to hit 2 mana next turn, and then we can cast Eleshnorn. If he doesn't deal with the Avacyn's Pilgrim. Or somehow deal with Selvala. Or play a Kori or Winter Orb. It's actually a lot of things that can stop us from doing that. But if we do pull it off, it will be pretty awesome. Our best bet is if he just plays Weathered Wayfarer and something else. Alright. Or that. That's fine too. He could have attacked there. Let's draw. We got 1 mana. So if we play it. We have 1, 2, 3 mana left. What can we get for 3 mana? Elvish Archdruid. Makes all our elves +1/+1. It's pretty good. It's a big mana thing too. I think that's probably really good. And we can untap it with... How does... It should cost 3 mana, right? Oh, he cast it twice. So we only get 2 mana. So I guess... A Bloom Tender? Is that right? Yeah, we probably want to do that. Or do we want something we can cast next turn? No. Let's just go for Bloom Tender. We might take some damage. But we actually have, if he destroys one of our creatures, we still have enough mana. Palace Jailer. Okay. Alright. This is going to be actually a pretty big blowout. Because we get to kill all his creatures and steal the Monarch from him. Yeah, which gives us our Bloom Tender back, actually. I'm glad we protected Selvala. Alright, so he realizes he can't attack. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually do need 1 mana from Selvala. I guess we could return a forest with a Quirion Ranger, which is probably okay. But then we'd have nothing to attack with if we have to do that. Alright, let's draw. 1 mana, okay. So... Big blowouts are big. Right. Oh man, that is satisfying. Oh, we don't get it back because the Palace Jailers? Thought it worked another way. Can't replay Thalia. Can't replay most of his deck. Alright, Batter Skulls. Fine card. Can we kill him? Alright, we have to draw if we want to play this Crater Hoof in no matter what. So let's do some math. We got 6 creatures. Each one gets +6/+6. So 9. But 5 of them can attack. So that's 30 damage trample right there. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. And we get the GG. And we win. Alright. That was awesome. So we got another match. We are on the play. This hand looks alright. We're playing against Omnath, so another ramp deck. Let's go ahead and keep this. We're going to have to take a damage. I don't think it's worth playing Jiraga even on the second turn. I don't know. On the second turn, we'll have to see. It guarantees us 2 mana. We don't really need card draw just yet. Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can't. Oh, we can pump it up. That's probably fine, actually. Let's go ahead and let's try that out. All right, so we don't have anything. We can Summer's pack for Primeval Titan on turn 3. Is that right? It's almost never wrong to play Primeval Titan. Let's go with Nykthos and Gavany Township. Makes playing a turn 3 Omnath look pretty bad. Alright, yeah, we gotta... Okay. How do we want to pay this? I guess we're not activating her. This taps for 4. That's probably right. So if we, that's 4, 5, 6, Green Sun Zenith. Man, who needs Selvala? Just go for Acidic Slime? I think that's our only real 5. Can't see it sorted by mana here. We could go for Archangel or Whisperwood Elemental, but I think Acidic Slime, cut him off of his mana, is probably the correct play here. Yes, please. We should get a, where's the white Windswept Heath, so we can put a land in our graveyard. And we probably should have done that last turn. And then a command tower. We could actually use Selvala so that we're like netting some card advantage here. Maybe we should have done that at some point in the past. Let's go attacking. Let's just get a bunch of lands. Doesn't really matter, does it? Wasteland just in case. And Dust Bowl just in case. Blocking's pretty unattractive. Savannah here. Oh, how much does Nykthos tap for? Six mana. And then one more and one more here to play that. And land Birds of Paradise because it gets a counter on it, so it's probably worth playing that. And then say go. Alright. He can play something up to 7 mana. If he has his own prime time. It's a bit late to the party. Sylvan Primordial? Oh, Avenger of Zendikar. Alright. So 4 tokens. Did he already play a land? He already played a land. I think he actually has to block. Alright, he bows out to the turn 3 Titan. And we just rammed that much harder. Got another game. We are on the draw. Playing against Hazoret. That's an interesting one. Hand looks very keepable. On the draw against Mono Red is never where you want to be, but hopefully we can make it work. She had a turn 1 play. Gotta have a lot of turn 1 plays in that deck. Alright. Strange card. Unless you're getting something out of the Goblin or the Graveyard. It being tribal in the Graveyard. So we want a basic Plains or basic Forest to attach this Utopia Sprawl to. Less chance of it getting destroyed. Let's go white. Selvala itself doesn't create white. This land creates both, and then this land would create both. Seems correct. Selvala gonna die? Well, Jiraga Tree Speaker would definitely die. So I don't think it's right to do that. Selvala might die. It's a 2/4 though. So there's a lot of spells that don't kill it. Alright, it's not dead yet. Drawing him cards is less than you probably want to do, though. Archangel's interesting. Might be able to play it next turn. still a chance we can play Archangel. I think we play the Bloom Tender, play the Drought, untap a creature, try again. Maybe play the Jiraga War Speaker. Tree Speaker. We want to hit a land here. And we have. And then that, and then he hit a land himself. Alright, so there we go. He's still got 6 cards in hand. Actually, Selvalla's pretty good at keeping Hazoret from doing anything. And we did draw Prime Time. I don't know if Prime Time's as good as Archangel Athune, though. Alright, Riftbolt goes on in exile. Could have just cast that. I don't know, are you waiting for something? Knowing that, then Prime Time's probably better, because he can probably find another spell. Or just a Grim Lavamancer. Alright. So, do we draw first? Let's draw first. He actually could have... Oh, he still can't use that ability, can't he? Doing 5 to my face, killing Selvala. What are you doing here? It's during my main phase, so I can tap Bloom Tender for mana. Is he trying to figure out how to do it? It's not super obvious. Yeah, okay. Alright. That's probably fine. I don't think we're recasting it this turn. So, this is free. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Let's play Prime Time. Get a couple lands. Pretty much always Nykthos and Gavany Township unless there's a reason to get something else. Let's play Homeward Path. Leave it untapped in case he uses a threaten effect. Alright. Love to see that, actually. Hellbent. 2 damage. Wow. Okay. Oh, it's 3 damage because of Spell Mastery. Alright. We'll take 6 damage. We're not even that low yet. 7 damage, huh? Okay. We only have 1 white mana. Maybe we should have gotten a white mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or maybe should have left the Homeward Path untapped for the same. I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of this mana. We could play Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, we should have left the Homeward Path untapped. Although we can, the most important creature, we can protect. Because we can get that, and then we can tap this for 2 green. Do we tap draw a card? What's that do? We could Eternal Witness, possibly, if we draw. Have we played a land? We have not played a land. Let's go for it. See what happens. Alright, we got 1 mana. We get this, and then we'll E-Witness. And get back prime time. Yes, please. And then we can get primetime haste next turn. And we've seen this, we've seen that. He's played that, he's played that. So he's got a Spark Elemental, which we can block. And it doesn't really do a lot to block. Actually, we can, if he taps out especially, we can Archangel Athune and then quit the Lightning Greaves, swing, gain 3 life, put counters on all of our things. That's quite good. Alright, Hazoret doesn't do anything. Alright, he's tapped out. That's fantastic. Selvala is surprisingly good. Like, you'd think giving mono red a bunch of cards would be a bad thing, but we have so many things that he has to deal with that it's not really. No, I think we want to keep Stoneforge Mystic in play. Can we just win? This can't block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, no, we can 6 mana right there. No, we just do this. 8 mana. That makes 6 creatures plus 6 plus 6 times 6 is 36 right there. All the primetime Archangel stuff was just too complicated. Just swing for the win, right? he doesn't even bother blocking with the Grim Lavamancer. And Price of Progress, which does 6 damage to us. Mad Prophet. Cathartic Reunion. Yeah. Alright. We won. Alright, got another game. We are on the draw. Oh, okay. I was like, what is Unesh? It's a Sphinx. We'll go ahead and keep. It's the new Sphinx Lord. I don't think we really play around counters, but I don't know. He could. We don't have much else to do. Say we just worry about counter spells if he's got them. I don't know what he's playing here. Alright, it resolves. Bunch of flyers will actually be a bit of a problem. We can make them smaller with a Leshnord, but they might still be a problem. Alright, Warren Pow. Wow. Okay. That gets him to a 4/4 flyer right next turn. Can we get 2 mana? 1 mana. That takes us to 5. I guess we can... Does that do anything? Yeah, it draws a card. Still 5, huh? Oh, but we hit a Reclamation Sage, which is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. What did he draw, by the way? Rapid Hybridization. That's fine. Let's go ahead and... We'll play this in Savannah, play the Boreal Druid, and attack. I wonder if we want to get Winter Orb. It's pretty mean. I can't imagine a deck led by a 6-drop with a bunch of... I can't imagine it's super serious deck. Alright. That's interesting. That actually makes it so that the cards he draws off my Selvala don't do anything for him. Oh, they're exiled. Okay, it's exiled there. I think we do on Enlightened Tutor. I think it's the correct play, even if it's super mean. Play this land untapped. And this guy. And swing for 2. Winter Orb is just brutal in this deck. I thought I was bad in Brea decks, but man, in this deck... that's exiled permanently. drew an island. An unhinged island among his Amonkhet islands. You can play it, can't you? Don't know why you wouldn't play it. Let's go ahead and draw. Let's play this land because it goes away. Let's just do that. That. Oh, that was the wrong card. I clicked the wrong card. Oh well. I don't think it really... do we want to wait on the Woodland Bellower? Yeah, let's just wait. Keep our mana open. I'm not sure what the point of Tamir Sabertooth is. I guess you can play around removal with it. Like if he wants to use his... Yeah, okay. So, we win again. Alright, we got another match. We are on the play. Playing against Narset. This hand... I guess it's alright. Mostly because we can Enlightened tutor for... Alright. I probably could have used the Cavern of Souls. Save myself 2 life. Also spared myself from a possible Force of Will. Alright. So he's got a couple mana rocks. Okay, and does he go off next turn? So... what other artifacts do we get? Alright, so let's... Winter Orb doesn't do anything right now. If he's got another land, he gets to just... So he hit a Wrath of God. Well, that's not great for us. We hit that. Let's play this for white. Untap that. We can make green again fairly easily. Alright, well that sucks. Alright, let's, well now the, it would actually do something. We don't need to tap all that. Let's do that. Let's equip it. You might not be able to Wrath. No, you can totally Wrath. Alright, there's that Wrath. Alright. I think we're probably dead here. Sure, we'll attack for one. Just didn't really get a good window to get that winter orb off, and her hand didn't have a whole lot else in it. I'm not too mad. We've had a pretty good run. Green man in there. Yeah. Okay. Oh. That's actually... giants. What do we get? We definitely went homeward path. We've got Nykthos in our hand. Probably a wasteland. And then switch this over. I don't think we're attacking. Maybe he'll miss on his flips here. Upheaval is not a miss. Armageddon is also not a miss. They're both sorceries, though. I think you have... Armageddon doesn't do anything. I think you have to upheaval. How does he... Oh, it's free. He has all that mana. Jeez. Okay. No, that's much better than I was thinking he had to pay for the upheaval. Forgot how that works. It's quite good. You can Armageddon now if you want to. It's free. Alright. Let's discard a bunch of lands. Let's just go for that one. Wasteland's nothing. Forest. Enlightened Tutor. At least Narset is more expensive, but he's got other great spells in his deck that I'm sure he's happy to play. Let's play the boots. What do we got here? Pretty sure you can't cast Narset yet. I think you're one turn away. No? Oh, okay. Not quite there yet, are we? Let's play Nykthos and Oracle Moldiah. that's nothing. And then Temple tapped. And hope he misses. And then next turn we can play another prime time, but then we have to hope he misses again. Sweltering Suns is not a miss. Gideon Juros, all right-ish. Although I don't think he wants to Sweltering Suns. Alright, he does. Oh no, this can't be good. Alright, we're so dead. We're just gonna die a Gideon death here. Oh, and he can play lands from his graveyard? Oh, that's not great. We can't. Let's just do human. It's going to be unfortunate, but... This cannot be good. Wow. Alright, I'm throwing it in the tile. We tried to hang in there, but he just destroyed all our lands over and over again. It happens. I do the same. So, we had a good run, and I'm pretty happy with how this deck performed. So this was definitely the best performance I've gotten out of a Rogue Wednesday deck yet. We went 6-1. I think it was a little deceptive though. We didn't really play that many real decks. Thalia was a real deck. Oloro I'm not sure about, but it's still like the way we got the Winter Orb so early that's a good way to beat a control deck like that. We got a little fortunate that he didn't have removal. But still, like, we were largely playing around removal. If he had just killed Selvala, that wouldn't have been enough. He would have needed a lot of removals. So, that was pretty, like, if you can get that kind of a start against a control deck, you're going to be in a good position. But a lot of the rest of the decks weren't really tier 1 decks. There are definitely some bad matchups. In testing, I played against Maelstrom Wanderer. And that deck is almost unbeatable. As I said during the introduction, the other Selvala is probably not a good matchup. I don't know about some of the control decks. I played Baral once in testing, and it was pretty good for that one game, but that's not really indicative. And so it's hard to tell. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this deck is tier 1. It's really good. I'm glad we actually got a few of the bad matchups to show how this deck can really go off. And we even played around removal quite a bit. Like, we've dealt with quite a bit of removal, and we were still able to do a lot of what we wanted to do because, Selvala isn't critical to the deck. Wraths are pretty bad, obviously, because you're relying so big on... mana creatures, but you can, if you can get to a prime time or something like that, you can usually play around a Wrath by putting more lands into play so that you're not crippled if you get Wrathed. But all in all, terribly fun deck, a lot of fun to play. I don't know, again, if it's tier 1, I mean, it's not tier 1, I'm pretty sure, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night.